Hey guys, Rob here, and I'm hanging out on season 9 of The Voice. Today I got to speak with the top 12 contestants, well, some of them, and see what they have to say here on FrontRowLiveENT.com. These two were my favorite stage presence of the night. Wow. You guys were wild on stage. How do you guys make it seem so natural for you guys to just go out on stage, perform the way that you guys did tonight?
I perform for a living. I'm an actor, so I do a lot of theater. I grew up in theater. I'm a professional actor, so kind of performing is what I do. So tonight for me was more so about scaling back from that and focusing on the vocal performance. And it was a big change for me to do that, but I think I did it all right, so I'm happy.
You talk about making it look natural and being natural on stage. I think sometimes it's actually hard to be natural on stage because you want to look a certain way, you want to move well, you want to sing well, you want to sometimes if you're going for a certain thing ahead of time and thinking about that when you go on stage, you can actually hold yourself back. And that's what Pharrell and I worked on this week, was just being natural. My natural thing is moving around a lot and dancing around with a song like this, in this instance. And so my whole goal for the entire week, for this whole performance, was just to be natural and to be myself and to pour that out on stage. So, and just having fun and not thinking too much about it really is the key to letting loose on stage.
And just like you mentioned, you naturally just go all out like that. But when you guys go into the studio like you are for these songs for iTunes, you heard it here. Right after the show, pick it up on iTunes. But definitely. How does that change when you guys go into the studio? How do you stay calm to record?
Well, naturally, we've both been in the studio before, so we kind of know when you go in, it's not about the performance at all. You're just standing still singing the song.
You're there to kill the vocal.
Yeah.
You're there to kill the vocal.
You're not performing one bit unless your performance brings out your emotion and maybe that kind of stuff. But you're in the studio just at the mic like this, just kind of singing. It's a kind of like a light on, light off type of thing,
I agree, and at the same time, your voice conveys energy and emotion. Even when you're listening to a track, you can hear someone was hyped up and energized. So even in the studio recording This Is It, I mean, I was stepping and grooving and shaking, even recording the vocal in the studio. So really, same thing, same thing.
Why was this song so perfect for your performance tonight?
Man, when Adam told me that he had this idea for me to play Hotline Bling, I didn't know what to think at first. I just thought it was such a crazy thought. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to work at all. And then when I started jumping into it, I was like, okay, you know what? There's a lot of opportunity here to really mold it into something new. And, the hardest part was doing that in a matter of days, And so I am so grateful for the chance to be challenged in this way. It was a huge challenge, but it was also I really felt like I was flexing muscles of my craft, of my artistry, that I'm so grateful that I've gotten to, kind of stretch in that way, And so after having worked on this song, I feel like a stronger artist, just having to look at something and see the potential in it, just like what Adam did to me, and then actually have to follow through with that vision. It was a special.
How did you even go about it, reworking it to seem like it's your own song, though?
Right. So I listened to it, and I'm like, this is not possible. And then I just kept on listening to it, and then I broke it down, and I really listened. I literally slowed it down through this app and listened to every little thing that Drake did in his auto-tune voice, and then there's a whole process,
Really
broke it down, and then, just kind of played with what was possible. And then, a song as simple as this, which is basically just 2 chords, there's a lot you can do to the melody and to just infuse something totally new. So I worked with, the amazing voice band and Paul on, created a really great arrangement, and Adam had all these ideas about production, and Pharrell chimed in too. So with the upright bass,
he's got a little bit of every world.
It was just a workshop that everyone just threw their hands in, and I'm just so grateful that I had that chance.
Why James Bay? I love that dude, by the way.
Yeah, I think he's about to have a really cool moment in the industry right now, and he's really about to blow up. So I wanted to get a song before it did. It's just on the rise right now, so I wanted to get in there while I could because it's been one of my favorite songs of this whole year.
I don't think anybody's covered it on a national level like that.
No, I do not think so.
Good job.
You're gonna put him on the map even higher than he already is.
He doesn't need me. He's already on the map. He's great.
And with Titanium, how difficult was that song for you to get down during the session?
Well, when I first heard I got Titanium, I was like, oh my gosh, because that's a huge song. Like, Sia's range is woo. So, yeah, when I got it, I was really excited because I've loved that song forever. But I was nervous because I didn't know if I could hit the notes or how I would perform it. But I'm happy with it. I love that song. So.
Now, aside from you guys actually performing in front of a crowd and learning new material, you guys are also in the studio recording the music for iTunes. How do you guys see yourself progressing as musicians inside the studio as well?
Well, recording has been a completely new experience for me. I did public relations up until 6 months ago. So, getting in the studio and learning how everything goes and the process that goes into recording a song has been so fascinating to me. So obviously I've been able to grow because it's something I'm just starting to learn.
So when I first went in there, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never done this before. Yeah. This place is so chill where we go. It's got like candles and rugs on the walls, and I love it so much. And now it almost feels like home when you go there, because everyone that works there is so comfortable to work with, and they're all so kind and supportive. And it's been a little dream to work with these people.
Do you guys feel there's one specific aspect of performing live in front of the crowd that you guys still have to work on? And if so, what is it?
Yeah, I think definitely I would like to be able to have a song or performance where I command the stage a little bit more. It's something that I've always trying to work on, and it's something that I think every artist needs to work on for sure as they progress, just because it's such an important aspect of, drawing people in.
Yeah, same. Commanding the stage it's a difficult thing to do when you come from the classical backgrounds that we came from. So it's definitely a new experience, but I'm so ready to tackle it.
Why do you guys feel the songs that you guys performed today were perfect for each one of you guys?
At first I didn't think it was, but working with Blake Shelton, for him to pick this song that I've never even heard of before, and just taking all the notes that he gave me when I met with him and worked with him, just to be able to put my trust in him and knowing that he's won the show so many times and that he's been so successful with country music, I felt really good about it.
I think this song was exactly what I needed in this part of the competition, just because it showed off a different side of me that I haven't been able to show yet. And I'm kind of the same with Zach. When I first got it from Blake, he was super excited about it, and I was kind of unsure about it. But I totally know that I can trust him now because it's definitely what I needed this week.
Well, I was really excited to do a monster hit, from the 80s, a Richard Marx song that just is timeless. And that's really the cool part about my song, was that it's been good for a long time. And that's really the cool part about doing the show, is that you're going to sing something that people are familiar with. And the trick is just taking something that people are familiar with and making them think about you instead of the person that did it originally. And so I was really, really happy with how it turned out instrumentally. And taking a pop song from the 80s and making it a country song from today.
Cool. And aside from performing, you guys are actually recording because of the iTunes songs as well. So how do you guys feel that you've progressed as musicians inside the studio when you guys are recording new material?
I think it's the tiny details that really matter at this point. We all proved to Blake and America that we're all, good musicians, and being able to work in the studio and just to take that time, it really allows you to just focus on the song and just to pick out the tiny details. You got the headphones on and you're singing into a microphone and it's only you, and it just really gives you the time to focus on your voice and the ups and downs of it, really.
Yeah, I totally agree with Zach. That is such an awesome time to be in there and practice your song and really just think about how you want to do it and how you want to execute it, because you hear it so well, and it's just you're alone. And yeah, I completely agree with him.
Any chance you get to be in an A+ studio like Jim Henson Studios in Hollywood, California, it's a huge benefit to you as an artist and as a singer, and especially going into a show where you're going to really have to just nail a performance, it's one of those things where it's always a benefit to be in the studio.
Once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Front Row Live ENT. See you guys next time.